Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to apply your foundation, but in a way that it's going to last all night. So for my girls with oily or combination skin, this might be a good tutorial for you to watch and maybe learn something along the way. If you have dry to normal skin, maybe there's some tips and tricks here and there on the way to layer your products and apply them in order in such that it will minimize the amount of cakiness. And yeah. This is kind of what I do. You know, sometimes those night outs can turn into morning outs, which can turn to who knows what the next morning. So yeah, this is just my way of doing my makeup when I know I'm going to have a long night out ahead. So without further ado, let's hop right in, everyone. I promise I'm not naked. I do have a dress on. I'm getting ready to go out. All right, you're going to want to start off with a clean face. So go ahead and wash your face. I left my eye makeup on from earlier. I toned with my Boots Organic Rosewater facial toner. It looks like this. And then I went ahead and moisturized with my Embryolisse Lait-Crème Concentré. Okay, and I also have clean hands. So first step first, I'm going to take my foundation. I'm using the Diorskin Forever foundation. It's a long-wearing foundation that looks like this. Shake it up very well. And I apply this with my fingers. I find that works best for me. And this is shade number 22 Cameo. So I just did 2 pumps, take my 3 inner fingers and just kind of rub that in. And then I'm just going to apply to my face, but concentrating in the middle where I need the most coverage. And go ahead and blend it in quickly, because it will set. Now this foundation does have SPF 25 PA+++, so it is a broad spectrum SPF. But I'm not caking it on, so I really don't get the flashback effect in photography, so not too worried about that. Just really rub it in well around the corners of the nose and the smile lines and around the eyes, just gently around the eyes though. As you can see, it's covered up a lot of my redness, quite a bit. I still definitely have some bags right here, but you know, not bad for a foundation. Concealer I'm going to use is the NYX Creamy Concealer in a jar. Looks like this. My shade is Beige. I'm almost out of it. I'm using just this paintbrush I got at Michael's. It's a royal brush. It's number 8. It's a soft grip. It looks like this. It's very dirty. I just use it for my concealer because these synthetic hairs don't absorb product like natural hair brushes do. So that's a tip right there. This brush cost me like 99 cents. So I'm just gonna kind of trace in the area of my bags. And we're going to blend this out, so don't worry. Just to kind of brighten under the eye. No, see that right there? So just in this little triangle section right here, just trying to eliminate the illusion of bags and shadows. So just kind of counteract that. Also, I like to do it around the smile lines and around the nose. I get a lot of redness around the nose. And then just whatever's left on the brush. Spot treat. Okay, and so take your fingers and just kind of gently pat it in, and the warmth from your fingertips will just kind of melt the makeup into the skin. So we're not rubbing, we're not wiping off, we're just dabbing nicely around the nose. Okay, so foundation and concealer are on, right? I'm going to use my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer, or aka Bronze Universelle. It comes in a container like this. I'm sure you've all seen it. It is a cream makeup base. Looks like that. So I have the MAC 187. It's so old, the number has rubbed off, but just kind of dab this in the center of the product. And we're going to take it, not too much on the brush here, just kind of stamp it lightly in the general area you want to go. And we're going to just kind of sweep and feather. Concentrating the most on the outer side of the face. This kind of has a gradient effect. So just getting a little bit more in the product. Just swirl, swirl, swirl. Feather. And I find doing this before your setting powder, it gives less for the bronzer to cling to and kind of cake up on. So doing it while you still have your wet ingredients on your face is kind of like baking a cake. You're going to do all your wet ingredients in one and all your dry ingredients in the next step. So just think of it like that, because I don't want to layer on cream and then powder, cream and then powder, because then that's when things can easily get cakey and gross. So see, you guys, I am wearing a dress. I'm not naked. If I don't use my Chanel bronzer, I also reach for the NYC Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer, and this is amazing because it's dirt cheap and it's really effective. I will use this with a contour brush, swirl that in the middle, tap off the excess, and then just kind of do it in the hollows of the cheeks. So that just kind of really intensified the look right there. And what's also really important is to bronze the décolleté and neck area, because you don't look like you're wearing a mask. So what I do is I take a larger brush, but also a different brush, one that I'm not moving from my neck to my face. Reason being, I learned this tip from Tiffany D. The danger of using face brushes on your neck and switching back and forth, that you can, you know, spread germs. If you have oils in your body, you're gonna transfer them to your face. I say that as I'm touching my face with this brush. As you move them back and forth, you can transfer oils that can clog your pores and break you out and just all kinds of nasty stuff. This brush is a cheapy one by e.l.f. It's kind of scratchy. It's not the softest, but I will apply a generous amount on the brush and just kind of make sure I get behind the ears, get the ears themselves, and this whole area. So see already, I mean, it can help minimize a double chin, slenderize the neck, and accentuate the jawline. Next up, I will take a flat top powder brush. This one's by e.l.f. It's $3, great investment. And then I'm going to set everything with my Mineral Fusion Cosmetics Warm 3 powder foundation. I need to go out and get a new one very soon, but just kind of swirl the brush in there, and then just really, I have an oily T-zone, so I need to first of all set the concealer, a really applied concealer, make sure we patch it up. Tonight, since I think I'll be wearing a nude lip and probably a more intense smoky eye once I touch it up, I'm going to go with a brighter pink blush. And tonight I'm going to be using Hard Candy's Fox in a Box, and this is in Spicy and Sweet. So it's a box blush with 4 shades. What I do is I just swirl them all together, and that color is a nice hot pink, like this. The brush looks like that. So we're going to apply it to the apples of our cheeks, and then backwards, swept backwards. So just smile. And make sure you're looking at a mirror up close and then also far away so you can kind of get the overall effect. We're going to want to blend this just because right now it's looking a little crazy. So this is an e.l.f. Kabuki brush, sorry about that. It's just a soft little brush. Just going to blend it. Now since I have oily combination skin, I'm going to set it with a finishing powder, the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. I tilt a little bit so there is a little bit that comes to the sifter. Just get a little bit on your brush, tap off the excess, and then just kind of pat. It might kind of give you a ghostly cast at first, like as you can see here. But just take it and then just blend. So that's it, guys. That is my touched up face makeup that is locked and loaded and ready to go. So I'm gonna go touch up my eyes and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So I actually touched up my eye makeup with a couple things I want to tell you about, and we're going to do the very last step to lock and load our makeup for the night. And just ignore my hair because I haven't done that yet. So yeah, I took a few shades of my Naked palette to intensify my look. I use Half Baked, which is this gold one, on the center of the lids. And then I mixed up Toasted and Hustle, these two this one's kind of like a shimmery pink, and this one's kind of a plummy brown. Mix those two together and really intensified the crease. Outermost part of the eye. And then I took like a 217 blending brush by MAC, a big fluffy one, and I used Buck and kind of just did that, you know, back and forth across the section of the eye to kind of pull it all together. For a highlight, I used an Inglot shade. I don't know what the number is, but it's this creamy flesh colored one. It's kind of like a just cream, beautiful color. It's matte. I then intensified my, well, actually just applied my bottom eyeliner. I used my NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and Definitely Turn On pencil. This is in the shade Gunmetal. I'm just gonna apply that on the waterline, just like that, and smudge it out with a Q-tip. Next up, I use my Maybelline line Stiletto just to kind of intensify the winged eyeliner that I had going on from earlier. Curled my lashes again with my Sephora lash curler, and then applied another coat of my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This is an amazing mascara right here. Then what I did is I applied on my lips. This is Revlon's Soft Nude. And then, just to make it not look as flat, I applied a gloss on top, which I don't normally do. I don't like lip gloss. But I have this one. I need to use it up. It's NYX's Mega Shine in the color Beige. It's not beige. It's not even close to beige. It is just a creamy pink. So I'll apply a little more for you. But I'm not hating it because I love the shade. So that's Beige by NYX. And perhaps the final piece of the puzzle to make your makeup withstand a night out on the town and a morning after, and perhaps a walk of shame a little bit later, is a setting spray. I was just kidding about that last part. Okay? Be good, kids. So I use the setting spray, the Model in a Bottle. It's a matte finish setting spray. So it kind of has a strong scent. Kind of makes me sneeze sometimes, but I shake it up. And you're gonna hold it like, I guess, what does it say? Hold 10 to 12 inches away from your face, spray a few mists, and just keep your eyes closed 20 to 30 seconds until after it's kind of set, because it is an alcohol. So it will burn your eyes if you open them. Move my hair out of my face, shake it up. Oh, I just breathe it in. Does not taste good or smell good, so just don't inhale. Alright, it's been about 10 seconds, so yeah. With that, your makeup is locked and loaded and ready to go. That's it, guys. I hope you learned something and just kind of learned some tips and tricks for what I do if I want my makeup to look good, last long, and not melt off when I'm in a club or at a concert or wherever I might be and however late I might be staying out. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back soon for another video. Bye!